Hey everyone, so back at my old haunting grounds, and I just wanted to start off this week telling you a little story about my time working, first job out of college. I worked at this ice cream shop cafe. We made like small batch artisanal organic ice cream. It was very delicious. We made all sorts of cool flavors, like we made a Cabernet chocolate chip or a basil thyme lemon sorbet, and one of the flavors we made every year was an olive oil ice cream. Now, yeah, I know it wasn't my favorite. Some of you might be thinking, I don't know, but thing was, like, lots of people, this was like their most favorite ice cream in the world. They would wait all year for the like 1 or 2 weeks that we would make the olive oil ice cream and come in to get a pint of it or a scoop or what have you. So anyway, one day I'm working all alone behind the ice cream counter. This guy comes in and, he looks over the ice cream flavors that we've got out. He says, olive oil ice cream. Let me try a taste of that. So, I get the little like tasting spoon, give him a little taste, and he tastes it, and he says, ugh, this is disgusting. This is terrible. And really, really severe, like a freaking 2-year-old. So I try it out. I say, hey, let me check, just make sure that, everything's the way it's supposed to be. So I try a taste. I say, it's not like bad or anything. This is just the way it tastes. Or you didn't like it. But try any of the other flavors. And he looks at me and he says, did you not hear me? I told you this is disgusting. And I say, it's funny how things work like that. Like for some people, this is their most favorite ice cream flavor. We've got folks who wait all year for this to come out. But again, yeah, too bad you don't like it. But look, there's like 12 other flavors here. You should totally try some of those. And he looks again like even worse at me and says, what about the customer is always right? Don't you understand? I said this was disgusting. It was bad ice cream, and now you're disagreeing with me? This is unbelievable. When I say this is disgusting, it means it's disgusting ice cream. And he's turned around, stormed out, like whipped the door open and slammed it behind him and went on his way. And that's just one of the many, many fun stories I have about working at the ice cream place after college. But it sheds some light on what we want to be talking about this week in class. Because what's so weird about this guy's reaction is that he seems to be what a philosopher would call an objectivist about ice cream flavors. He seems to think, look, there's an objective truth of the matter about whether olive oil ice cream is delicious or not delicious. And the objective truth is that it is disgusting. So if someone thinks that it is delicious, they just have a false belief. Now, what makes his reaction so weird there is that, if you're like me, I think most of us, we are not objectivists about ice cream flavors. Instead, we are subjectivists about ice cream flavors. We don't think there's any person-independent, objective truth of the matter about whether chocolate or vanilla is a better flavor. Sure, we recognize some of us, correctly believe that chocolate is like the best flavor of ice cream, but yeah, I know a lot of you are going to say like, no, I don't even like chocolate. Vanilla is far better than chocolate. It's not like I'm right and you're wrong, or you're right and I'm wrong. It's just that we have different tastes. We just have different preferences. I happen to prefer chocolate to vanilla. Other people, God knows what's wrong with them, prefer vanilla to chocolate, but I kid. It's all good. And generally, that's where we're at when it comes to ice cream. Whereas this guy was like, wait, if you think this olive oil ice cream is good, you are just wrong. You are like someone who believes that the earth is flat. You might think it's flat, but it's not flat, objectively. Now, what we're going to be looking at this week is what the status of beauty judgments are. So if I say, oh wow, like this tree behind me is just fantastically beautiful, woo, The question is, well, is there a sense in which I'm right about that? Or wrong about that? Or is this just another matter of preference? Are judgments about whether something is beautiful or not beautiful, or judgments about whether a particular piece of art is good art or bad art, are those more like judgments of ice cream, such that they're subjective? Different people just have different preferences, and it's just up to the viewer to decide what they like and what they don't like? Or are they objective? Is there a sense in which you can be wrong if you think that something is beautiful when it's really actually not beautiful? Or you think that something is a good piece of art when it really actually isn't a good piece of art? That's the question that's at stake for the philosophers we're reading this week. And so what we'll want to see is how they thread the needle between these two different possible theories about how beauty works, whether it is objective or subjective.